Okay, so today we're going to talk about lights out, powers out. Now what? How you doing today? Hi, this is Jan. Welcome to the Save Money and More with Jan channel. Many times on a Friday we discuss stockpiling. Well, being ready for unexpected power outages is part of the whole thing too, and not in just the food arena, not in just the make sure you have bottled water arena, but what about things that require power? Like flashlights, things of that nature. Now, suppose you're very low on those supplies. Suppose you have nothing. Suppose you're in a situation where you really didn't have that opportunity, although I do believe almost all of us have the opportunity. We don't take advantage of things during the quiet times, but that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I do believe I'm right. While things are quiet, that's a great time to be prepared. You don't get prepared while you're in the middle of an emergency of a power outage. Like what? The plan should be in advance. That's why we say prepared, not after paired, prepared. All right, just goofing, just joking. It's always good to keep a lighthearted sense of humor, but you need lighting. You don't need a sense of humor. A sense of humor is not going to help you in the dark. You need light, right? So here's what to do when you are flashlight, no flashlight available. But effectively, if you're using a smartphone, you do have a flashlight available. Sometimes people forget this feature. I believe almost every smartphone that I've ever heard of does have a little flashlight built into it. So you could keep that in case of an emergency. I mean, to remember that. And if you don't know how to use it, just at least turn your device on. This is why it is very important to, at the very least, make sure your devices are all charged up before you even go to sleep at night. Because let's say a person planned on getting ready, getting, like batteries, things of that nature, flashlights, all that, and they didn't do it. But if you keep at least your home device, your smartphone or your tablet or anything of that nature, if that is totally and fully charged, you can at least use that as a source of light during an emergency. I'm just saying, this is like a makeshift idea. So anywhere where you would have that source of light, some computer or whatever, pays to keep your devices all charged up. You see, here again, there's a word that seems to interfere with a lot of people, and they don't realize that it is happening at that moment. But sometimes people, not all, some people tend to procrastinate. Why do it today when I could do it tomorrow? And then another tomorrow comes, and then another tomorrow comes, but the thing that they may have needed to do seems to never come. And we have to keep in mind that emergencies are not sent to us by a beautifully written invitation in gold. Emergencies happen out of nowhere, and they are not a question of if, they are a question of when. I know it sounds unpleasant, but I'm just serving this as a reminder. So while the use your devices as your backup emergency lighting will serve its purpose for a while, that's good. They sell those little battery operated, those, little round tap lights. You could just peel a sticker on the back of it and just stick them somewhere. You could get them, look online for them. They're not really that expensive, but they are good to keep. They're very good to keep in your home or apartment. So that's another example of some lighting sources. So concentrate, for example, while you're trying to build up your little stockpile of emergency lighting, concentrate and focus on just that, for example, instead of getting completely overwhelmed. Say, you know what? I do care about what happens during a power outage. Of course, people get generators and things of that nature. But if you don't have that and your budget can at least afford the lighting, definitely go for the lighting. Lighting is essential. And I have noticed for some reason or another, I don't know about you, but I noticed a really weird thing. Not that it can't happen during the day when you get your natural light coming into your home or apartment or wherever you're living, but these things tend to happen overnight. Can you imagine waking up overnight? Like, say you just have a habit of waking up overnight for whatever the reason, and you wake up and the place feels a little more darker than usual. And then you realize, hey, wait a minute, what is going on here? And then you realize that there was a power outage for some reason or another. Isn't it nice to have something close by your bedside? And I do recommend that, by the way, for anyone. It does not hurt to keep a flashlight or anything of that nature. I know it sounds silly, but it's not silly. especially in the summer months with those crazy storms and such like that, or whenever you feel it's comfortable. Doesn't hurt to keep a flashlight not far from your bed. So I'm just saying, all these cute little recommendations, they sound funny and silly, but at the end of the day, no, 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 they are quite, quite helpful. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Don't forget to charge up all the stuff that's essential. Make sure every few months you make sure all those things are in order. You just never know. Have a great day.